very fascinating that we've gotten to where we are right now and that we know as much as we know. And yet we still are doing things like extensive use of pesticides and herbicides, and even when they're not necessary, like the drying of wheat with it, which is crazy. Like you're not even using it for its intended purpose. You're using it as a desiccator, so you could dry out the wheat and process it quicker. What the fuck are you doing? And then you're poisoning people unnecessarily because of this.
See, this is why I love being with you, Joe, is because like you say the things that I wish I would be able to say the last 40 years. That's all I really wanted to tell the EPA when I testified in front of the government.
Crazy. We're crazy. Well, someone probably should have someone like me do it. I'm not the guy, but someone should say it that way because that's really what it is. Like you're poisoning people. And the really nutty thing is the reason why they didn't do the ban on glyphosate because it would have a devastating impact on our society, on our economy, because all these businesses would close and go under, and they would lose billions and billions of dollars. Think of that. Think of where we are right now, where our food supply relies on poison to function. If we take the poison out, it can't function. I don't know what to tell you, but there's only one way to do it. We have to poison you. That is really wild that anybody would accept that. I mean, you could have all your fucking lobbyists. Everyone sits in front of those microphones with notes, and they all have some preposterous way of framing it. But that's really what it is. You're saying the food supply relies on poison. And if we take away the poison, we'll fall apart.
It's actually true.
That's crazy.
But let me show you why. Because it's not actually the food system that's about to fall apart. It's the medical system. And so the thing that relies on chemical food is not the money we're making from food systems, it's the money we're making from the medical system.
Well, isn't it both?
Isn't it?
It's got to be both. It's got to be both. Because I know for a fact the pesticide manufacturers, they work very hard to make sure that the politicians are very happy. And
Biosis, interconnected relationships that make life possible.
Yeah.
And so when
Bayer owns Monsanto, right?
Yeah, so Bayer purchased that recently, and they've been at this for a long, long time. Bayer started to investigate the impact of interconnected relationships on human biology and fertility in the 1940s. We call it World War II and concentration camps, but that's where the studies really started getting set up, was understanding the relationship between microbiome, the output products, amino acids specifically, that support human life.
So Bayer was involved in the concentration camps?
They were bought by a company called FK Pharmaceuticals in Germany in the 1930s, and then they got spun back out as Bayer after the war with the collapse of the Third Reich. But, and they're hardly alone in this. Companies all over the world at the time were studying these interconnected relationships because there was a lot of progress being made in the 1930s and 40s, all the way back to the 1800s,